Hey guys, my name is Kiki, and what I like to do on this channel is talk about Steve Perry. I mean, like, if I could talk about him all the time, but I can't because there's only so much you can say. However, when news comes out, we go ahead and we all like to chat about Steve Perry. We do, because it's just fun. And what I also like to do is talk about music news, entertainment news, and we just have an awesome, fun community here. If you'd like to be a part of it, go ahead, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the like button, and also we have a fun digital radio station. My husband, the crazy guy that he is, he has put together a whole vault of the greatest in classic rock and classic hits. And the name of that station is kiki.fm, kiki.fm, free in the App Store. Go ahead, download the free app, give it a listen, and I hope you like it. Let's go ahead and talk about the Steve Perry auction that ended today. I am so curious to see what happened with the handwritten lyrics for Faithfully and Don't Stop Believin'. Now, when I did a video not too long ago, the Faithfully lyrics were, I don't know what, $10,000 or something like that. And the lyrics for Don't Stop Believin' were not even a quarter of that amount. I was shocked. I don't know. I just have a gut feeling that the Faithfully handwritten lyrics are going to command more money than Don't Stop Believin'. Why? I don't know. It's just a feeling I have. And the fact that it started off so strong, I'm curious. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know, but we're going to find out together. Did you watch the auction? Did you see it end? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, I would love to know if you bought anything at this auction. I did not, but it was just so fun knowing about it, talking about it, and seeing the really awesome items that Steve Perry was able to allow all of us to bid on, which is great. And this was all for the Sweet Relief Musicians Fund, which in turn will help victims of the LA fires. Now, we know that Steve Perry, he's a giver-backer. He's a huge philanthropist. And when you have all of that money, really, what are you going to do with all of that money? You give it back to your community. And that's what he does all the time. This is just great. And we just love seeing the good stuff that Steve Perry's doing with his celebrity and his money and his stuff. How much stuff can you keep forever and ever? I say it all the time. Like, I don't need all my stuff. I got a lot of stuff. Just in this little screenshot, this is a lot of stuff, but it makes me happy. And I'm going to keep it for however long as I can. But there's other stuff I got to get rid of. Let's move on. Let's move on to Steve Perry. He did post, his team posted a couple of videos this week about the items that people will be bidding on, just wanting to, make sure you have confidence in the amount of money you're spending on these items. They're just not out of someone's garage, but maybe they were in his garage. We don't know. But he was telling people, listen, these are certified items. They were really signed by me. They're great quality pieces, just to make sure you feel good about what you're throwing your money into. Let's go ahead and watch the very first video that we have up from just a few days ago.
One of the more unique pieces in this archive is a signed license plate that reads Journey Fan. It was thrown on stage during a show in New Jersey back in the day, and I've held on to it ever since as a reminder of the incredible passion and energy of our fans. That moment stuck with me, and now I'm passing it on as a special piece of history. I personally signed it to make it an even more meaningful keepsake for whomever adds it to their collection.
When I first saw the license plate, it's like, oh, that's neat. But then when he told the backstory, how a fan threw it on stage back in the day, that just made it so much better, because just thinking, a Journey fan license plate. Yeah, that's cool. People have, Journey inspired license plates, very neat. But when he goes and tells you how he got it and he held on to it for all those years, it just makes it better. And that's why I love hearing the backstory to these items and these things. So maybe he'll give more backstory. Who knows? how did he decide what items to put into this auction? Because there's a lot of stuff. What, over 50 items, I think I read? What made him pick these? Why these? And how many more are there in his collection? I mean, when we go ahead and take a look again, which we did the other day, but when we go ahead and we take a look at these items that were up for auction, it looks like there are duplicates, but can you just imagine if he has just this little bit of really cool, unique stuff? I can only imagine what else he's got in his collection. And these are just so different. These are things you're never going to see. Well, you might see these in a record store decades from now, because whoever buys these items, their kids are going to be like, what is that? It's a cassette. Oh, throw it in the yard sale. Can you imagine? I would be flipping from wherever I am in the afterlife if that happened. You just have to wonder about the backstory. Let's go ahead and look at the other video they posted.
Also included in the archives are my own handwritten lyrics, clean, final versions written by hand and pulled directly from my personal collection. Each one captures a meaningful moment in time and offers a personal connection to the music. It is a special way to share these songs with you in their purest emotional form.
So let's go ahead now and let's look at the auction items that ended today. Oh my gosh, I have to make sure. I don't want to see anything. Why was it down there like that? Right? Don't look. I'm not looking. I really can't see. I'm just telling you. So let me go up. I did not look. I promise. I did not see a thing. Okay. So here we are on the darkhivescollectibles.com website, and auction ended just a little while ago. And what we have in this first row, we have greatest hits signed vinyl 1, 2, and then we have greatest hits 2, and then we have an escape. So first one ended at 2,900, 1,560, 2,150, and 2,600. So the greatest hits sold for the most in this row at 2,900. Second most was the escape, and that was at 2,600. Those are good prices right there. Next row, moving down, we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3 escape vinyls test pressing and a Frontiers single vinyl test pressing. And the highest one went for $2,050. That was Journey Escape. Second highest was Escape, and that was at $2,000. Now, what's the difference of those two escapes? It looks like they have different sleeves maybe, but they're the same. They're the same to me, it looks like. I don't know. But there's something unique about them in themselves. Moving down to the next row, we've got Frontiers, Street Talk, 2 Street Talks, and a Greatest Hits. And these are all vinyl in this row. And the most expensive one went for $2,700, Journey's Greatest Hits. And then can you believe Street Talk did not sell for as much? But $2,050 and then 2 for $2,000 each. That's still really good. Really, really good. Moving down, we've got a Journey's Greatest Hits CD and 3 Greatest Hits vinyl records. And the most expensive one in this row went for $3,000. And let's see, the second highest was for $2,825. That's just neat. And the CD went for $2,000. So not too shabby. Now we're moving down to Greatest Hits 2. And we've got that Dream After Dream. I talked about that the other night. I have never seen that. That looks like it was the most expensive one that sold in this row. That signed vinyl went for $2,125. Again, unique things sell for more money. Always, always, always. Even on eBay, I've noticed that over the years. You get weird, different types of items. People love it because they're unique. And the Greatest Hits 2, it looks like the most expensive one went for $1,700 and $6.78. Gotta have the 78 cents. That's so funny. All right, let's move to the next row. We have got 3 Escape vinyls and a Departure. Sounds like I'm taking off on Southwest Airlines, but I'm not. And it looks like the most expensive one in this row went for $53.25. That was an Escape album. And the second highest was another Escape album for $51.23.81. 81 cents, 1 cent. What are we going to do when we have no more pennies? Are they not going to have auctions ending in a penny? Like, what are we going to do with ourselves? I don't know. I don't really like pennies, so I'll be honest. I mean, I have them, but they're a pain. because you accumulate a lot. Like, say you have a whole jar and there's what, $1.50 in there. So they are kind of annoying. I'm just saying. The next row, we've got 3 Frontiers and an Escape signed CD, and it looks like one of the Frontiers went for $3,250. That's great. Second most expensive was the Escape CD for $2,300. These are really good. I could not find if there was a total tally for this auction. I'm very interested and curious to see how much Steve Perry raised with this. I think we're all going to be waiting for that number. Now, in this row, we've got 2 Street Talk signed vinyls, a Street Talk signed cassette, and a Raised on Radio signed vinyl. And it looks like the Raised on Radio went for the most money in this row, and that was at $51.23.81. There's that penny again. And then the second highest was a Street Talk at $3,000. Faithfully or Don't Stop Believin'. Oh my gosh. Wow. Don't Stop Believin' blew Faithfully out of the water. And I'm like, Faithfully got off to such a huge start. I really thought Faithfully was going to go for so much more than Don't Stop Believin', but I was totally punked on this one. So the Faithfully handwritten lyrics went for $12,100, and Don't Stop Believin' went for $43,500. That has to be the biggest seller in this auction. I'm guessing. Again, could be wrong, because I thought Faithfully was going to go for more than Don't Stop Believin', because Faithfully was played like at how many weddings back in the 80s and 90s? Just like, even I bet people still have that played today. I would think anyway, but not as much as the 80s and the 90s. That is so wild. $43,500 for the Don't Stop Believin' lyric. And I mean, it makes sense, because Don't Stop Believin' is the anthem of all anthems. But Faithfully is that love song that everyone knows. That's cool, though. That's just, isn't that great? Isn't that great? And this is all going to a wonderful, wonderful cause. And the Street Talk CD went for $1,767.53, and the other one, well, the cassette went for $1,305. This is just amazing. All right, let's go to the next row. Ooh, see, I didn't see these the other day. Wow. Okay. All right. So we've got a Foolish Heart handwritten lyrics. These were not on the site when I looked the other day, because you guys, I did a video for you guys. These were not there. So I'm so happy to be seeing these different items. Foolish Heart handwritten lyrics went for $8,600. There we go. That's great. And a Journey Greatest Hits Multi-Platinum RIAA Award went for $5,500, $5,531.46. A Journey RIAA Multi-Platinum Album CD Award, of course, these are all signed, went for $10,100. And a Journey Escape Raised on Radio Frontiers Greatest Hits CD Award went for $6,625. This is incredible. And look at this one. So the RIAA award, look at that, over 15 million albums sold. Isn't that incredible? Just got to think about these guys are just timeless. Timeless, this group is. Okay. All right. We're going to see what that license plate went for. Ready? Wow. That's so cool. Again, when I first saw it, I'm going, oh, it's a license plate. Like, oh, okay. I think when I looked at it, it was what, at $1,500 around there. $7,500 for the Journey fan license plate. I think by him doing that backstory made this more desirable. I really do. It just makes it more like, oh, it's not just a license plate that he signed. This was he's been holding on to this thing for years and years and years, decades. That just makes it so much nicer. And then we've got, okay, a Steve Perry's Escape Ampex Golden Reel Award, $45.50. Journey 1983 Frontiers Tour Book, $49.25. Wow, that's cool. Strange Medicine 1994 tour book, $48.25. And you never see anything. I've never seen anything for the love of Strange Medicine out in the wild. Nothing. I see nothing. These are the last 2 items. Here we go. Wow. So a Tune Guitar Technology Bass Maniac. She's a maniac on the floor. Okay, $7,000. And a Fender Mustang bass guitar, blue, signed, $6,800. But guys, the Don't Stop Believin' lyrics took it home. Wow, 43,000. You know what? Let's do a quick tally. Can we do that? Why not? Where's my phone? Where is my, I'm going to do a quick tally. Let's see. Okay, ready? I'm going to just do some quick calculations. You don't want me doing this in my head because I am terrible at math. Okay, let's go. Let me go down here. Okay, so
2,000 years later.
okay, everybody. I have a tally. I have a tally. Let me stop sharing my screen. This is amazing. If I am correct, I added everything up. The total that I have that Steve Perry raised for the Sweet Relief Musicians Fund to help the victims of the LA fires comes out to a grand total of $207,458.31. So by Steve taking some of his very personal items from his very personal collection, he helped to raise over $200,000 for victims of the LA fires. And we have to say, kudos to him for, going into his vault, his archives and saying, listen, these can benefit someone. And they sure did. So thanks to Steve Perry. Thanks to all of you. Again, let us know in the comments if you bid, if you actually won an item and what was it, and what was your favorite part of this auction. Let us know. Guys, thank you so much for being here. You are absolutely the best. Thanks, Gary, for always being here. Whenever I talk about Steve Perry or Journey, I'm always going to think of him. Guys, I love you, love you, love you. And I will see you soon. Bye.